My marriage between my husband is really between me and God, not between me and the government.
Lauren Boebert, the firebrand Republican congresswoman from Colorado, is best known for her unwavering support of gun rights and her, shall we say, provocative statements on the House floor. Her polarizing presence in American politics has made her a lightning rod for both admiration and criticism. But recently, her personal life has taken center stage, overshadowing her political career. In a shocking turn of events, she filed for divorce from her husband of nearly 2 decades. The timing and circumstances have left many wondering what could have prompted such a sudden and drastic change. Join us as we explore the sequence of events that led to Lauren ending her marriage and the implications this might have for her political future. Early life.
I am so ready to get down to the people of Rifle and Garfield County. Come out and see us. It's going to be a great time.
Lauren Opal Roberts was born December 19, 1986, in Altamont Springs, Florida. Her early years were marked by instability, with her mother, Shauna Roberts Benz, only 18 at the time of Lauren's birth. The identity of her biological father remains unknown, though there was speculation at one point about professional wrestler Stan Lane being her father. This was later disproven by DNA tests. Lauren's childhood was shaped by frequent moves and changing family dynamics. At age 4, her mother took her to Colorado, then back to Florida, before finally settling in Colorado with a man who became Lauren's stepfather. The family moved around Colorado, living in the Montbello neighborhood of Denver and Aurora, before ultimately settling in Rifle in 2003. Her educational journey was somewhat non-traditional. She dropped out of high school during her senior year in 2004 when she became pregnant with her first child. It wasn't until 2020, just before her first election primary, that she earned her GED. During her teen years and early adulthood, she worked various jobs to support herself and her family. She started as an assistant manager at a McDonald's in Rifle, a job she later credited with shaping her views on government assistance and self-reliance. After marrying Jason Boebert in 2007, she took a job filing for a natural gas drilling company and later became a pipeliner, working on teams that build and maintain pipelines and pumping stations. Rise to political prominence. Her path to political prominence began with her activism and business ventures. In 2013, she and her husband opened Shooter's Grill in Rifle, Colorado. The restaurant gained national attention for its unique concept: servers openly carrying firearms while working. Boebert claimed she obtained a concealed carry permit after a man was, quote, beaten to death by another man's hands outside of her restaurant, though this claim was later found to be mostly erroneous. The actual incident, if you're curious, involved a man who died from a methamphetamine overdose about a block away from the restaurant. Her outspoken advocacy for gun rights and conservative values began to attract attention beyond her local community. In September 2019, she made headlines when she confronted then-presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke at a town hall meeting in Aurora, Colorado, over his proposal for a mandatory buyback of assault-style rifles. This confrontation thrust her into the national spotlight and set a stage for her political career. Political career. In December 2019, she announced her candidacy for Colorado's 3rd Congressional District, challenging 5-term incumbent Scott Tipton in the Republican primary. Her campaign focused on strong support for then-President Donald Trump, gun rights, and opposition to what she termed as socialist policies. In an unexpected upset, she defeated Tipton in the primary, becoming the first primary challenger to unseat a sitting U.S. representative in Colorado for 48 years. She won the general election against Democrat Dianne Mitch Bush, taking office in January 2021. She quickly aligned herself with the most conservative wing of the Republican Party, joining the Freedom Caucus and becoming known for her provocative statements and unwavering support for Trump. Since then, she's been a vocal opponent of COVID-19 restrictions, gun control measures, and what she sees as government overreach. Personal life and divorce.
Police showed up. They asked Lauren Boebert's husband to cooperate. He clearly didn't. His language was, frankly, over the top.
Boebert's personal life has been eventful. She married Jason Boebert in 2007, and together they have 4 sons. The marriage had its challenges, though. In February 2004, before they were married, Jason was arrested and charged with harassing and physically assaulting Lauren, leading to a conviction in November of that year. Throughout their marriage, the Boeberts faced various legal and financial challenges. Jason worked in the oil and gas industry and later helped run their restaurant, Shooter's Grill. In 2012, he registered a consulting company, Boebert Consulting LLC, which provided drilling services to Terra Energy. The couple's relationship took a dramatic turn in May 2023 when Lauren filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The decision came as a shock to many, given Boebert's public image as a staunch advocate for traditional family values. The divorce was finalized October 10, 2023, marking the end of their 18-year marriage. The aftermath has been tumultuous. In January 2024, Jason was arrested for a domestic violence incident. Initially, he claimed Lauren had punched him during an altercation when they met to try to improve their relationship, but he later recanted this claim. In a separate incident, Jason was accused of assaulting their 18-year-old son and brandishing a gun when the son attempted to call authorities during an argument over laundry. This led to Lauren seeking a restraining order against Jason to protect their children. She initially wanted the order extended, expressing fears that Jason's anger towards her might be taken out on their sons, but she later requested the order be dropped after they reached a, quote, strict agreement. Controversies and public incidents.
This was released by the Denver Arts and Venues, shows Boebert and another person being let out of the venue by the staff. Audience members complained that she and the man were vaping, which is not allowed, and also causing a disturbance. So the theater didn't identify the Congresswoman, but she was basically identified by her campaign manager, says, yes, that was her.
One of the most notable incidents happened in September of 2023 when Boebert was removed from a performance of the musical Beetlejuice in Denver. Initially, she denied causing a disturbance, claiming she was only laughing and singing too loud. But surveillance footage later revealed she had been vaping and engaging in inappropriate sexual behavior with her date, Aspen bar owner Quinn Gallagher. The incident led to widespread criticism and questions about her conduct.
I looked to my left, and there she is, Ilhan Omar. Oops. And I said, well, she doesn't have a backpack, we should be fine.
Boebert has faced backlash for her comments about other members of Congress too. In November of 2021, she made headlines for suggesting that Representative Ilhan Omar, who is Muslim, was a terrorist. She later apologized to, quote, anyone in the Muslim community I offended with my comment about Representative Omar. But the incident strained relationships across party lines. Her actions during the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack have also been scrutinized. On the morning of January 6, she tweeted, "Today is 1776, which many interpreted as encouraging the mob outside the U.S. Capitol. Later that day, during the insurrection, she tweeted about Speaker Nancy Pelosi's whereabouts, raising concerns about security. Her stance on election integrity has been another source of controversy. She's repeatedly made statements alleging fraud in the 2020 election, despite a lack of any evidence to support these claims. Public persona and media presence.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rise in favor of my amendment, which prohibits Department of Defense Education Activity schools from purchasing and having pornographic and radical gender ideology books in their libraries.
Boebert has cultivated a distinctive public image as a firebrand conservative and staunch Trump supporter. Her confrontational style and provocative statements have made her a frequent subject of media attention, both positive and negative. She's particularly active on social media, using platforms like Twitter to communicate directly with supporters and critics alike. Her posts often generate significant engagement and controversy, contributing to her high profile in national politics. Her background as a small business owner and her unconventional path to politics have been central to her public narrative. She often presents herself as an outsider fighting against the Washington establishment, a message that resonates with many of her supporters. But her frequent controversies and personal scandals have also shaped public perception. Critics argue her behavior detracts from serious policy discussions. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think about Lauren Boebert's political career and recent personal challenges? Let us know in the comments section below.